Star
Thank
Foodie.
you. Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure to speak with you, a man who does so many different things. First of all, I'd love to start with stunts.
Okay.
Just because obviously you're in great shape, and I know you are a professional. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Is it mixed martial arts that you do, or is it called something else?
Well, I've done multiple different martial arts, but I specialize in Krav Maga.
Okay.
Which is, it's an Israeli military hand-to-hand combat system. It's what's the new thing, what's in demand. It's reality-based, so it's not, you know, I mean, the MMA is probably your fullest kind of martial arts, but it still has a lot of rules. It's in a ring, there's a referee, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Okay.
This is the street when there is no rules. There's weapons that can come out, there's multiple attackers can attack you. You know, everyone thinks the jiu-jitsu and all that stuff is great, and there is a lot of great concepts in it. But in reality, going down to the ground in the street and fighting on the ground could be fatal for you. It's just something you don't do on the street because it's dangerous.
Right.
So this was developed by the Israeli military by an individual of the name of Imi Lipschenfield. He was a boxer and a judo guy, and he created this hand-to-hand combat system in the 1950s. Moni, who is my instructor, who taught me his system, in 1973, he was the Special Forces commander for the Israeli military, which, if people don't know, it's like one of the highest things you can be. And make a long story short, his platoon got ambushed by thousands, and only 5 of them survived, and he was one of them. And he decided the system needed to be evolved, and came up with a system called Commando Krav Maga, which is just a more evolved system, keeping up with the times. As you say, now there's MMA, the fighting, there's more fighters and more experience, so we have to up our system.
Right.
I am his highest level, one of his highest level instructors in the world. I've been with him since I was 12. I train military, police. We trained at JTF2 in Ottawa, sorry.
Now, are the moves similar to what we would see in an MMA fight?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, so the thing is, because there's a lot of restrictions. So yes, there's striking, there's punching, there's kicking, and there's chokes, but we also have things which you're not allowed. There's eye gouging, there's biting, there's pulling hair, it's all the stuff when you're a kid and say, you're a dirty fighter. Well, there's no such thing on the street, right? So there's no rules, so it's a lot of stuff that you can't do. So, you know, if you had 2 Krav Maga guys fighting, one of them's going to the hospital or dying, because that's how the system is. So it's something you can't do. Like, our sparring, we do sparring, but it's with control. So there's certain things we will defend, like someone can try and come at us with some plastic knives, and we'll defend it, we'll take it away, you know, and we know if we get cut or stabbed. We have guns, plastic guns that someone can pull a gun on us, and sure, we can do that in reality, but as for actually really hitting people and stuff like that, we kind of, it's kind of more like the acting of it. You have to, otherwise you can't, because then you run out of partners to train with, right?
All right, so this is not, just to clarify, this is not anything similar to self-defense. This is offense.
Well, no, it is a self-defense. So it's both, right? So to civilians, we teach it as a self-defense.
Okay, great.
Because as a civilian, so here's the thing, right? To become a really good fighter, like an MMA guy, it takes many, many, many years of training and repetition and conditioning and cardio. But for the average human being, they don't have that time to devote. They're working, they got kids. So our system has to be simplistic. It has to be based on surprise, on acting, hey, I don't know, and then all of a sudden you catch him. You know, for yourself, you're going against a 220-pound mammoth. And I don't care, you might be amazing at MMA and all that, but the fact of the matter is, if you try and go toe-to-toe with this person, even with your skills, it's going to be very difficult because he's just stronger than you.
Okay. So if there's one tip that, let's just say you could give the average, let's talk female because I'm a female, to defend ourselves in the street, is there one move? I know you mentioned earlier you got to catch people off guard, but if we're caught off guard, could you recommend something for us to do?
Well, here's the easiest thing, and this is what I tell. There's a certain amount of pressure points and pain points.
Yes.
So there's 3 that work really well. Doesn't matter how big or strong the guy. Smash him groin and smashes to the face to the nose, because it doesn't matter how strong the guy is. The nose is extremely sensitive.
Okay.
Even if he can take the hits, his eyes water and he can't see, and that's a good time for you to take off.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
I was thinking right here, the jugular. No.
So the thing is, to do the jugular, you have to, first of all, you have to hit it right.
Okay.
It's more precise. You also need some good strength behind it. I mean, there's places you can grab and stuff.
Right.
But then again, you're wrestling with someone. So it wouldn't be my go-to. That would be maybe I'm on the ground, it's a desperate, it's something on the ground that I would do, which of course you're not allowed. But like I tell, the easiest thing is just whack him in the groin, headbutt him in the nose, put your fingers, bite him, whatever it is.
From fighting in the streets to fighting on camera, are these stunts coordinated and are they real?
All stunts are very, very real.
Wow.
The fights and hitting people obviously is not.
Right.
But hitting the ground, jumping buildings, that's all 100% real. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there a mattress waiting for you on the other side?
It depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes there can't be.
Wow.
We all have protection, so we try and protect ourselves. Knee pads, elbow pads, we have armadillos. There's a lot of things we protect ourselves as long as the circumstance allows it. There's times when I've been in a tank top or I've been topless and I gotta hit the ground.
Yeah. Are you doing it?
Oh yeah, I'm hitting the ground, bare body. Right now, the age I'm at right now, which is 55, I follow the basically no carbs.
Okay.
I eat just protein and fats. I'll have a cheat day once a week. I'll take sometimes a couple weeks off, like, Christmas, or whatever, 2 weeks. I'll just say, I'll have whatever I want.
Okay.
But usually I try and eat healthy. It's mainly just proteins and good fats, so it would be like fish and salmon and, chicken breast, turkey breast, beef, steak.
Ωραία, μας λέει ότι δεν τρώει υδατάνθρακες καθόλου, τρώει μόνο πρωτεΐνη. So basically it's just the protein.
Yeah, vegetables, cooked vegetables and all that, as much as I want. And fats, like I'd have a scoop of peanut butter, just the peanut butter without the bread. Olive oil, MCT oil. There's different kinds of oils that you can cook that are good fat oils.
Yeah.
There's days where, you can't get around to making, so even if I go out and eat, let's say I go to Swiss Chalet, I'll just have I'll order the quarter chicken, or even if I go to somewhere like McDonald's, I'll just say, give me the grilled chicken, because they have a grilled chicken breast, but I don't have the bun, I don't put any sauce. I just say, give me 2 chicken breasts in a bowl and I'll get my protein that way.
So what do you think we should remake in the kitchen today?
Well, when I was younger, I grew up, believe it or not, I was a waiter in an Italian restaurant, and I've never found anyone who can make food as good as this guy. This guy was so good. And I've gone around. I went to Italy. He still blows anyone ever I knew. He'd import everything from Italy. His food was great. So the dish I like, and again, it's usually on my cheat day, is I'll take a pasta. It can be penne, it can be gnocchi, rigatino, it doesn't matter. And I'll make like a very garlicky wine or vodka sauce, garlic, I put a lot of olive oil in it. I like my garlic slightly burned. I add some chili peppers and a lot of real fresh Italian, like Parmesan cheese. But it's the way you cook it. So the thing is, with the proper way is, when I watched him, is, you put the oil in, you put your garlic, you let it get brown to almost blackish, and then whether you use the white wine, red wine, or vodka, whatever you do, I throw it in, and it comes in flames. It's like, it kind of burns everything a little. It's like this flame that comes out, which is how he used to do it. But it gives it that, for me, it's like a little bit of a bitter taste, a tad of a bitter taste, but so garlically flavored and all that. That's my specialty. Anyone I've ever made it for, they love it.
I've been seeing flames in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think I can handle that.
Okay.
I'm going to try that after the commercial break, Ilan.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for the recipe, for this awesome interview, and best of luck. And I really hope that you stay safe and don't break anything on any future stunts. Nothing. Nice akala. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Now, you told me earlier, you asked me if I spoke Hebrew. I said no. You want to give me my first lesson on thank you?
Okay, thank you is Toda Rabba.
Toda Rompa?
Rabba.
Rabba.
Toda Rabba.
Toda Rabba.
And if you want to say goodbye, it's Lahitraot.
Lahitraot.
That's it.
Okay,
hey, you did it good.
Sameach.
Hey, you did it good. You got the ach in there. Look at you.
Well, in Greek, you know, phonetically, we got it down. So, Poli, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I spoke to Ilan Rosenberg. Cool guy, right?
Cool guy.
I showed you some of his videos. I know you missed each other on the way in and out, but boy, is he a tough guy. And a super nice guy, and he loves Italian food.
Okay.
And who's my Italian trained chef?
That's it. That's
right.
me.
So let's talk some penne pasta.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, this is a really cool concept of his comfort food, of what he wants to eat when he wants to have a cheat day. This is a great thing of how he, from his recipe, is a 4-cheese pasta. We're doing a penne that's a little bit different because I know you like to be on more the healthier side. So we're using this really, really cool penne to keep it to what he likes, but this is made from whole wheat and red lentil.
Let's talk some cheese.
Okay, we have some cheese. He left it up to me. He didn't say, but he did say only one cheese he mentioned. He loves his cheese, and that was to add a little bit of Parmesan oregano at the end. We're going to be very rich because this is not a tomato-based sauce. This is considered like an Alfredo sauce.
Okay.
Alfredo, a little history about Alfredo sauce. A lot of people don't know how to make it. It's really simple. All it is heavy cream. Alfredo Di Lillo in Italy came up with something. He was tired of the regular just, you know, aglio olio, which is just olive oil and pasta. And he decided one day, you know what, I'm going to add some cream. And thank God he did, because it became a hit at his mom's restaurant. And Mary Pickford in 1927 went to, she was a silent film actress.
Okay.
And she went to Rome for her honeymoon, and she fell in love with this dish.
I remember you told me this story when we first met. Yeah.
So she then brought it to America, and look what happened. Alfredo, this one, Alfredo sauce, is made from heavy cream, so 35%. You can't be like, I want to go healthy, 10, 15. It doesn't work. All right, so let's drop our pasta. Okay, it's already been salted in there.
Okay.
All right, so what I need you to do, if you can help me, is I need you to please cut the leek in half.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so next, all right, I got to make you dance.
Okay.
All right, you ready for that? All right, so next we have our garlic, which I taught you many times how to peel without your fingers getting.
Bravo.
Right, so if you can please show our viewers.
And then I'm going to put it in some mixing bowls.
That's right.
And that way our hands won't smell.
Once this is warm, we're going to add our leeks and garlic into the pan. And then we're going to do something called deglazing. What is deglazing?
Okay, let me
So we're using, the alcohol that we're using for our recipe is going to be wine, white wine.
And already I can smell the leeks.
Smell it?
With the olive oil. It's so beautiful.
There's that. So all I'm doing here is just taking it off the heat a little bit, just because in case it's too hot.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to
Okay.
let that go for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to deglaze.
Okay.
And then we'll start our Alfredo sauce from scratch. That's going to go in next. After the liquids of the wine evaporate, then we add the cream. It's very important to let the wine absorb first before you add the cream.
Okay. Right. So this, we're going to wait till it gets a little brown, you've taught me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you're okay to do this. You're not shy in case of splash.
Did we just meet?
But I don't think she's ever deglazed.
We are permanently glued together. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you're not adding all of it. Anyway, good. So all I'm doing here is just taking it off the heat a little bit, just because in case it's too hot.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna let that go for a little bit.
Okay.
So a good time to add our cream.
How much of this?
So we're gonna add, so right here we have about 1.5 cups. We're gonna add about 1 cup. Okay, so a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, so now let's season. Okay, so now we have our salt, our white pepper, and nutmeg. I'll let you add it as you wish. Give it then, and I want you to actually, if you can, please, if you can smell it for the viewers, I want you to just have a Smell that?
Yes.
Isn't that right?
This
Imagine-
is good stuff.
Right?
You want it all in?
No, too much, too much, too much. Yeah, so let's add a few stems.
Ah, because it's
Few
strong,
leaves,
eh?
few leaves, yeah. So, all right, so we still need to make one thing because right now all we have is Alfredo going on.
Okay.
This is a 4-cheese pasta.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can choose.
Ah.
You can choose.
I can choose?
Well, I mean, sorry, you can choose how much of
How
each
much,
you want
okay.
to put, okay? But not the Parmigiano because that's at the end.
What is it with you mixed martial artists and your Parmesan and your cheese?
As much as or little you wish.
Oh, I'll put this much. Like
Okay,
half.
so
This
of
is
the
a goat cheese,
yeah.
which is amazing on salad. Oh
Ooh,
my.
Fontino. Okay, we'll do a little bit of
Now this is heavier. This is
This
the one
is-
that's going to be like
yeah,
mozzarella.
this makes it very stringy.
Stringy.
Okay, so I actually just went ahead and tasted a piece of the penne.
What do you think?
It's there, it's ready.
It is, okay.
So what we're gonna do is we don't need to drain, we're just gonna take out as much as we need for.
And it's okay for some of the water to.
So very good student. I've done a good job. You actually do want some of that starch water in the sauce always. Okay?
Λίγο από το νεράκι από τα μακαρόνια μας το θέλουμε μέσα for the flavor.
Because in restaurants we don't drain the water, like like it's just like almost as I'm doing. So as you see, I'm getting some of that water in here. But again, the cheeses, the tarragon. All right, you hungry?
I cannot wait. Well, after a long day of filming Star Foodies,
Yeah.
we are
All
Star
right,
Foodies.
I'm gonna take over because I'm just gonna do
Oh, yeah.
a little.
Okay, fancy.
Okay.
You keep doing that. We're gonna cut to commercial break. More to come when we return. We'll
That's
see
it.
the final reveal. Chef Russell, it looks awesome.
It does, and it smells great, and I can't wait to try this.
Okay, let's give the audience here total cooking time of this.
So again, we were doing both at the same time. Depending on what pasta you use,
Yeah.
this took us about 12 minutes.
So this is restaurant structure. 12 minutes.
12 minutes, yeah.
Gourmet.
Yeah.
How impressive for a date.
That's it.
All we have to do is garnish.
No, well, yeah, we do. So
Yeah.
again, so he instructed that you have to put some Parmesan Reggiano on
Parmesan.
top. Yeah.
You mixed martial artist in your Parmesan.
Awesome.
Okay. There must be some superpowers in this Parmesan.
And then we're just gonna add a few leaves of basil as much as you
Oh,
wish.
nice.
Yeah, whatever you want. Some fresh basilico. And
Basilico, bravo.
and then we're gonna eat it restaurant style. This is the way chefs eat at home.
Okay.
And Ilan also does it too because he put it in the recipe to me. It's preferred to eat out of pan, but if you want, I can plate it or.
Listen, you stole my heart, Chef Russell, because I eat out of the pan all of the time. Like, I totally love to eat
Yeah,
out of the, for
why
some
not?
reason, it tastes better.
It's so true. No,
Like-
I mean that.
But tell us the secret. You told me, because obviously working in the restaurants.
Well, the
you
thing
guys
is, we don't have a lot. We can't take a break. It's not like, hey, see you, I'll be back in an hour, kind of thing. So it's like you gotta eat. So it's like, yeah, make your food. You're not gonna go sit on a table and you know what I mean. Like you're in the back and you're literally like this.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. This is No, but this is my first time having the whole wheat red lentil
With our 4 cheese.
with our
Topped with our Parmesan.
Parmesan, with our tarragon, with our garlic.
So
and our
this
green.
is our Netflix and chill, cozy, penne, pasta, courtesy of Ilan Rosenberg.
Thank you, Ilan.
Thank you so much. Thank you to our star chef of the day.
Thank you.
Chef Russell. See you next time. Ciao. I just thought it would look cool going the break.
Yeah, smart.
I really did cut my finger, guys, and I've been playing it cool the whole time. Hey, Len. So nice to see you again.
It's great to see you too.
Welcome back once again to our Star Foodie set. I had such a great time interviewing you and recreating your recipe, but now it's time to hear from you. How'd I do on that recreation?
Well, it looks like you guys really enjoyed it. Your chef sounds like he did everything right. So yeah, you did great.
Okay, and I have to tell you that it tasted delicious. It's a little bit of a guilty meal for me, but I know you have that on your cheat day, correct? So I've added that to my cheat day repertoire as well. So since we last spoke, you told me so much about the Krav Maga school. What has happened since we last met?
Well, if you remember, I mentioned to you that we also work a lot in films as well. And I've moved locations to a much bigger, more large. We have 24-foot ceilings so we can do really creative wire work. We focus on conditioning, different kind of martial arts skills, and of course stunt training as well. We'll bring actors who are interested in increasing their action, adding to the repertoire for their resume, like you kind of wanted to do.
That sounds so exciting, and you hit the nail on the head. I definitely want to add a little bit of Krav Maga training onto my resume, but as we spoke when we first met, I'm a little bit of a novice. I'm a beginner. So what moves would you recommend for somebody like me that's a beginner just to defend myself on the street?
Well, you're in luck today because I actually happen to have one of my students here, Hannah.
Oh, welcome, Hannah.
This is Christine.
Hi, Christine. Hi, great to have you here.
So basically this one, it's a very simple technique, but it is a common threat and a very dangerous threat, especially if I'm like, you know, I'm coming up to her, you know, hey, you're going to come with me, you're going to come over to my place. Now, in this particular situation, if she comes with me, she's dead. Because I'm going to do whatever I want with her, because right now, this is not where I want to be because there's people. So she's going to react, she's going to make noise, she's going to defend herself. And of course, the most important thing, if you see where the knife is, it's by her throat. And you don't want...
Hold on. Christina, this is my time slot. I've been calling you for weeks.
Hi, AJ. Listen, I have not returned your calls because we need to go through an intense screening for all of our star foodie guests.
Do you think he even eats carbs? You know what? I'm taking this time slot, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And I'm taking it. Please. Anna?
So how long did you say you've been doing this for?
Just a little while. All right.
Watch this.
Who's this little girl?
It's gotta hurt, man.
The jig is up.
That's enough. Oh, you're gonna point that gun at me now?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
This is what I'm thinking.
Cut. Nice job. There
Thanks,
you
Steve.
go. You got a piece of the action.
That was fun, but I want to know when I can be the real hero.
Well, you come to the school, you'll practice with us, we'll train you, and you'll be one. Promise.
Yeah.